The house had stood for over a century, its wooden beams creaking under the weight of time. When he moved in, he noticed the attic hatch in the hallway ceiling, but he paid little attention. It was just another part of the old house's charm, or so he thought. One night while reading in bed, he heard it, a faint creak, like the sound of wood shifting. At first, he dismissed it as the house settling, but then it happened again. A slow, deliberate creak, as if something was moving just above him. A curiosity gnawed at him. The next morning, he pulled down the attic ladder, a cloud of dust falling as he climbed up. The attic was dimly lit, filled with forgotten furniture and cobwebs. But then he saw something that made his breath catch. A door, barely visible behind a stack of old trunks. It wasn't in the blueprints. He was sure of that. The wood of the door was ancient, its surface carved with strange symbols. No knob, no handle, just a keyhole. His pulse quickened. He searched the attic, hoping to find a key, but there was nothing. Frustrated, he left, but the thought of the door lingered in his mind. That night, the noises returned, louder this time, scraping like nails dragging across wood. He barely slept, his dreams filled with images of the hidden door. Days passed, and his obsession grew. Then, one evening, as he cleaned out an old cabinet in the basement, he found it. A rusted key wrapped in a brittle, yellowed cloth. With trembling hands, he climbed the attic ladder once more. The air felt heavier. The door stood there, waiting. He hesitated, then slid the key into the keyhole. A perfect fit. The lock clicked. The door creaked open an inch, revealing darkness beyond. A cold gust of air swept past him, carrying a scent of damp earth and something else, something rotten. He held his breath and pushed the door further. Beyond was a narrow stone staircase leading down into blackness. It shouldn't have been possible. The attic was the highest point of the house. Yet the stairs stretched downward, defying logic. He stepped forward. The floor beneath him felt solid, but the air seemed to hum, as if the walls themselves were alive. The temperature dropped. His breath came in visible puffs. Then he heard it. A whisper. Not words. Just a breath of sound. Coming from below. He turned, heart pounding, ready to run. But the door was gone. The passage stretched endlessly behind him. The whisper grew into a murmur, then into something closer to a growl. The walls trembled. The air turned suffocating. He ran. Downward. Forward. There was no choice. The next morning, the attic door was sealed shut, as if it had never been opened. The house stood silent, undisturbed, and the new owner would never know of the hidden door in the attic, waiting for the next curious soul to find it.